I am so happy that you're able to join us for this extended interview. Make sure to visit theoffbeatlife.com. Again, that's theoffbeatlife.com to get more killer resources. Hey friend, are you looking to land a remote gig ASAP? Well, did you know that we not only have a ton of online jobs you can apply to on our site, but now we're also sending them straight to your inbox. I'm happy to announce that we will be sending our email subscribers legit online jobs every Wednesday. We have done hours of research so you don't have to. If you want to be the first one to hear about the remote gigs we find, go to theoffbeatlife.com to subscribe. Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here for the extended interview with Helen, where she's going to be sharing with us how to start a career as a remote ghostwriter. Hey Helen, how are you?
Hi, Debbie. So great to talk to you today.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming back to tell us about how to start this really interesting career. But before we do that, and you tell us all of these tips and tricks, can you tell us about you and why you live an offbeat life?
Yeah, so I'm a book ghostwriter, and my company helps entrepreneurs and visionaries to write, design, and publish their books and get their books out there. And in particular, I help authors to plan their books. I interview them, I write the books for them, and we get it out. And I love doing this because I'm not tied to a specific location office, and we're able to work online and do what I love, which is figuring out what's the best way to tell a person's story. And we have authors all across the US, Canada, Latin America, Europe, Australia, Asia, and even Africa. So we've been able to work with authors all around the world telling their stories and getting it out. And it's awesome.
It's pretty incredible. And I know you've worked with over 450 people really getting their story out there and their
Mhm.
books out there. And I was talking to Helen before this interview, and I said to her, I've had writers on the podcast before. I've had copywriters, I've had bloggers, I've had people who wrote for publications and journalists, but I've never had a ghost writer before. And it's so interesting how writer seems like, okay, you just write things, right? But there's so many aspects to it, and there's so many things that you can actually do as a writer, and this is one of them. And what you do, Helen, is pretty incredible because you also change people's lives on top of that. So I'm pretty sure a lot of our listeners want to learn more about how they can actually make this into a career like you have. So can you tell us how someone can actually get into this type of niche?
Yeah, ghostwriting is a niche in writing, and ghostwriting books, again, is a very particular niche in writing. So for me as a ghostwriter, I use my skills from journalism. I specialize in business topics, so I have business knowledge. But more importantly, I have experience writing memoir and other types of writing. So I have experience with writing dialogue, scene, memories, description, all the storytelling tools that people use in writing stories. And so to get into this, I would say definitely build up your writing skills. Any kind of writing that you can do, whether that's an online publication, a blog, copywriting, all the different types of writers that Debbie, you mentioned earlier, are all ways to build up skills. And I use all of those skills in the books that we write. So, for example, I'm doing a book for an author, which is about, let's just say, organizational management. Okay. I use my journalism skills in terms of the narrative, in terms of explaining things and that she wants to share. But then we have all her personal stories working with clients as a manager, and they're very heart wrenching and very heart filled stories. So in those stories, I use dialogue, scene, I use what's at stake. I use a lot of these storytelling methods and it makes the stories come alive. And so when I'm working with writers on my team, they might be strong at one type of skill, but they don't have experience in another type of skill. So I'm guiding them through that process and saying, okay, well, we need to have this, or can you streamline this, or do this or that. So I would say, first of all, any kind of skills that you can build up in writing is going to be helpful. And then be good in a particular topic, whether that's fashion or, like I said, business or the Navy, for example. Start with one area, or even a digital lifestyle, having an offbeat life, or and it could be even something like, you're an expert at people who've been through divorces, so be an expert in a particular area. When you meet people in that particular field, in that area, you're able to have that conversation with them. And when they learn that you have these writing skills and you say that, hey, I'd be happy to help you write this thing, then they grow, and then they grow in their trust for you, and then they can suggest writing a book, or you can suggest writing a book. And that's how I started. I started as a journalist, and then people asked me to ghostwrite their workbooks, and then they asked me to ghostwrite their books. And then from there, it's just been referral after referral. So gain people's trust in a particular area of expertise, build up your writing skills, and then just keep writing and growing in terms of the types of things that you do for clients. So, we've had so many people, Debbie, I've had so many people asking me to train them in ghostwriting and so on. I've actually developed a course, and I call it the Ghostwriter Method Mastery Course. And we've used it for our writers that are on our team. But I think I'm going to get to a place now, because we've had so many people asking, that I'm actually going to start offering it to the public, obviously charging a fee for it. And that way they can have a systematic way of learning our specific method of writing books, of actually writing books for people, the templates that we use and the writing techniques that we use to get those books out. So it's going to be a really good opportunity. And we're also going to probably offer certification for it too.
And Helen is definitely the person you can trust to do this, because she has worked with over 450 clients writing their books. So that just shows you that she has authority in this. Now, Helen, if our listeners want to find out more about that, you probably don't have it out yet, right? As a service that you're offering for everyone?
Yeah, we don't actually have it out now, but I do have a free gift, and you can go to that free gifts from Helen, and you'll get a free gift, which is creating a vision for a book. And even if you're looking at becoming a ghostwriter, that's a good way to get on our list. And then you can email me and say, hey, I'm interested in training to be a ghostwriter. So get the free gift first, so you kind of get a sense of what we're about. Free gifts from Helen, gifts with an S, from Helen.com, free gifts from Helen.com. And then you can get a sense of, what we're like and what we do. And then from there, you'll be on our list, and then email me directly, and the email will be there. You can email me, and then I'll tell you about the course as we launch it. So
That's perfect. And then you're going to have everything on there, from starting to most likely figuring out the niche and getting clients and all that stuff. And I think that's a really great way to get started, because a lot of times I tell this to my students as well. It's like, you're starting in something, it's great. Google is great, but it's a different thing when you're really talking to an expert and they're guiding you on how to do it properly, because they already made all of the mistakes. So
yeah,
you don't have to do it.
that's right.
It's literally taken Helen years to figure all of this stuff out, and you don't have to Google your way through it and make the mistakes until you finally do. So that's a good way to kind of get around all of that stuff. So yeah, I'm excited for that. So again, Helen, can you tell us that link where people can get your free gift and also get into your email list, so once you have your course going, they can be the first to hear about it?
Yeah, it's free gifts from Helen.com. FREEGIFTS FROMHELEN.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Helen, for sharing with us these incredible tips. I am so honored that you were here with us, speaking with us, and also make sure you all listen to Helen's initial interview where she talks more about her journey, how she got to where she is and has inspired so many people because of this career and this business that she has. Thank you so much, Helen. We really appreciate you.
Thank you, Debbie. It's been really great. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed this extended interview with Helen. Make sure to visit theoffbeatlife.com. Again, that's theoffbeatlife.com to get the full interview where she shares how she has been able to assist more than 450 authors as a ghostwriter. Hey friend, have you been wanting to start a podcast? I know it can be overwhelming in the beginning. Believe me, I have been there. Lucky for you, we have created a new site called howtocreateapodcast.com that shares a ton of freebies that can help you get started. From launching, growing to monetizing, we share it all in one place. Visit howtocreateapodcast.com for more information. Thanks for joining me on this extended interview. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on iTunes. We can also chat some more on Facebook at The OB Live. I'll talk to you soon.